Greetings and salutations, friends. I'm going to try to take out the butcher this time. I do have some better equipment, and I got up to a level 11. Well, we still have the Ring of Truth and the club. Oddly enough, this guy, or not so oddly enough, he is kind of a mage type character. He's not very good with weapons in general. But blunt weapons, he seems to have fairly decent attack speed with spike club and even the mace. He seems to have a good attack speed with, so we might keep him using those. I did get a ring mail just to make sure he had some decent armor. Hopefully that will carry us a little bit in the fight. And I got a fairly nice belt. I'm not sure about the fine part. I don't really think belts give substantial armor class to merit such a thing. I might go for some other modifier than armor class in the future, but the vitality part's nice. And of course, I think I've already had this. Or no, I didn't. I also got a fluky Ring of the Sky. You get a higher chance of getting magic items and +2 to all attributes. That's what I want, is all attributes on at least the ring, 2 rings, the amulet, and possibly the weapon and or shield. I might even resort to using staves eventually. I am going to make this guy more magic focused as we go on. I'm going to start giving some extra points to magic on some level ups, rather than giving 2 to vitality. On some I'll give 2 to magic, so he's a little bit more adept and can support his minions a little better from a distance. I'm also going to have to see what magic goes well with the minions, because stuff like firewall and stuff in this game, at least in the PlayStation version, I don't really remember too well with the computer version, but I think in the computer version, firewall could damage friendlies, and your character, so you had to be careful when using it. So some spells I might not be able to use. It looks like this dungeon reset. Yeah, that's okay. Just slaughter everything in sight. That's funny sounding. Guess it's like a little demon orgy over there. These things can be pretty nasty when in groups. They do scatter. These things can still take quite a beating. And they actually give a fair amount of experience to them. It's surprising. And I think I can actually heal him too, skeleton, so it's useful to know. Let me actually try to right now. Let's see if it works. Heal other. It seems to do nothing. Well, so much for that. Let's see. We don't really need much of anything. We'll let him regenerate a little bit before we move on. This poor decapitated guy there. Sucks to be him. Hopefully we won't end up like that. Now I can raise up to 3 zombies at a time now, so I'm hoping that we can just overwhelm the butcher and his cronies. A bit of background on my experience with the butcher is very different from my experiences in this mod. In the original, he was in that room that we cast Town Portal in. You open the door, he comes out and attacks you. He didn't have any lackeys with him unless you didn't clear out the rest of the dungeon. So I would generally clear the dungeon. I remember the first time I fought him, he really put a hurting on me. I was a warrior. And I kind of lucked out and found I think it was something like a fine claymore of the bear or something like that, some kind of weapon like that. This was many years ago now. And I think I bought it actually. I used all my money. But it was certainly worth it because it was able to knock him back, keep him out of, yeah, kind of mess with his reach. And I was able to kill him like that. Generally, I would use the area's terrain to my advantage. Any kind of doorways or any environmental factors like that I would use when fighting the Butcher in the past. Especially useful is if you've seen those grates in the cathedral levels. I would actually leave a door unblocked, lure him into there, shut the door, and go on the other side, and shoot him with a bow or magic or whatever I could muster. That was really a very solid strategy. You can't do that here, unfortunately. So we have to kind of fight him outright. I don't know what they intended. He seems very overpowered in this version. You know, of course this is designed for people who are more experienced with Diablo in general, like myself. And it's supposed to give them shocks and surprises like this, so, you know, I shouldn't have been so confident. I probably should have improved my equipment somewhat and bought better things. Even the stuff I have now I don't think is good enough. Alright. We seem to be doing alright here. No hide nor hair of the Butcher, though. That's, a little unsettling. Oh, here we go.
Fresh meat.
Oh, we might be able to get him. He's really a adorable guy here, man. Yeah, so, oh. Let me raise my skeletons. Get right back on it. Wow, he has taken a pounding and he's just... I really don't know what they expect here, my goodness. Oops.
Not enough mana. Not enough mana.
More mana, please. Alright. Okay, it looks like we're in a pickle of a dilly, as Ned Flanders would say. Alright, so we got that. You have to back off a little. Fortunately, we don't have a lot of anything left. Man, oh man. Okay, run. I think we have him though. We have him on the ropes. Famous last words. I think we're gonna kill him. We did it. Oh my god. That was brutal. Yeah. The Butcher. It helps that he doesn't regenerate. That really helped us out a bit. I'm having some slightly higher level and some better minions and equipment also helped. As you can see, he really was a vicious guy.
I cannot carry anymore.
I think part of it is this character. You know, this is my first time really playing it seriously. I did kind of tool around with the assassin and the Necromancer before, and got killed by the Butcher. But I think my knowledge of the game certainly has an impact, or my lack of knowledge, on the outcome here. Overall, I think we did a lot better in this confrontation than we did last. So yeah, special sash. Oh wow, there's some magic books there. I am going to wrap this up, but we'll see if we can get those magic books. It's always worthwhile. There's a few items in here that we didn't really grab. Short bow and cleaver, nothing really special. Might have to go back to town. I'll keep this video going to do all that stuff. Why not? In the next video I'll be doing kingly work, who is Skeleton King Ogden was talking about. He used to be the ruler of this town that got overrun by demons and became a horrible undead skeleton king. So he was very tough in 3 if you didn't have the right stuff. So that should, oh my, this is not, that should make for an interesting confrontation. In the future, I'm going to be able to, no, we can't do that. As soon as I get a little more magic, you know, some more MP, build my magic up a little bit.
I cannot get there from here.
And build up healing in Dark Pact, because I think this character is often going to be sacrificing and his hit points in exchange for magic points. I was going to say the opposite, which is more normal. I see we have some books I can't carry. I guess I'll just use Town Portal. It's only 200 a pop, and it's... we have a lot more money than that. Yeah, I think with the right stuff, a little more magic, we can support our minions with at least spells like Firebolt and Crossbolt and whatever comes later. Their upgraded versions. Deadly Bow. The Butcher's Cleaver. It's actually a pretty good weapon. I've used it before. We're probably going to hold on to it simply because it's a unique. Why not collect them? That's one thing I didn't like about what was it? It was Diablo on the PlayStation, and the PC version, at least if memory serves me correctly, you could collect rare and unique items like this. In the PlayStation version, you could not, so we'll hold on to that. It's probably not worth a whole lot anyway. Vitality, that's actually pretty good, but we're not going to use it. Simply because I don't want to really go back to something that has very low durability and armor. Well, nothing too special. In fact, that one item, that buckler, is a bad thing. It's tears. Actually means you'll take more damage using it. I mean, I think in some situations it'd probably be good to use if you had absolutely nothing else. Oh, okay. Yeah, if you had no other options, it might be... because a buckler will actually cut out quite a bit of damage. Melee attacks, at least. Yeah, so there we go. We'll go back and get those books. I'll let you guys see what's in that other library. I'm really looking for books of healing at this point. The healing spell is actually rather weak. Yeah, I could buy Town Portal. Probably better to buy the spell. Whoops, I clicked off for a second. Probably better to buy the spell and not use the scrolls. But I have had times where I was without magic and could not cast the spell. I had to walk back up. That was in normal Diablo. On this one, of course, we have Dark Pact, but I mean, it is conceivable that there would be a situation where we have a very low life, no magic points, and it would, it would kill us to use Dark Pact, I imagine. That would be very unlikely, though, to be so screwed, so I don't know, maybe I'll start carrying that with me. Fortunately, I'm going to have to walk down to the 3rd floor and pick my way through it again. I actually grinded a little bit to get through all this. Oh, there's a book of Charge Bolt. Scroll of Inferno. Oh, full healing potion. I will take that. Of course, it puts all these in my belt. That drives me nuts. That's really not an upgrade. It's not a good feature in my opinion. It'd be nice if I could turn it off. Maybe I can. I'll have to look into that. I mean, it's certainly well-meaning. Like, it's a game setting. Full monster description. Well, we do want that. I don't know why we'd have that off. Play movies. Oh yeah, well, duh. Okay, well, it looks like we have, it looks like we have all the settings. There might be other settings that I don't know of, but I doubt we're going to really make any headway there. we'll just have to deal with it. Once we get all the armor slots full, it becomes less of an issue. I would like to take advantage of the whole primary, secondary weapon thing, where you can, have a side weapon of sorts. I'm really not sure how I'd do that with this character. I know I was using Staff of Healing for a while. I probably should have kept up with that system. It was working pretty well. I might go back to it.
Whoa,
If I can find something of better quality. That, no, we don't need to repair anything. Did we look at all this? Shield of Vitality, that's pretty nice. Not what we want though, because it's actually weaker than what we have. One hit point really wouldn't do much. See, interestingly enough, a lot of these swords are slow for him, aside from the saber. But the mace is usually fast, or even maybe normal. That's, I think the mace line ends with the flail. That's the next thing after the mace that we see there. My memory serves me correctly. So we'll have to figure out. Of course, there is a maul as well. There might be a spiked mace. I'm not terribly sure. It's been a while. I could be conflating that with Diablo 2.
I sense a soul in search of answers.
And what do we have here? Healing charges, 20. See, it would be nice if I can find like a plentiful Staff of Healing. It would really work. Frost Shards, Circle of Ice. I could buy them. I'm not going to bother right now. Oh, yeah, we have those stupid scrolls. I actually might pack more life potions and mana potions for this character in the future. That's conceivable. Mainly because we can use life if we can get Dark Pact up to a higher level. Then maybe high enough level, hopefully we can use it more frequently. Leveling it up does shave some of that cooldown time off of it. So, maybe we can abuse it a little bit in the future, especially if we could get like a plentiful Staff of Healing, swap between them. Of course, it would kind of mess with our stats a little bit, because if we have a sword and shield or something like that, they're both giving us vitality. If we swap them back on, we'll lose life. It get a little messy, so I don't know what's best. I'll have to look into all that. What do we have here? Gamble. Oh my god. 121,000. Yeah. These are all very, very overpriced. We can't even wear that yet. Doesn't even have good armor class. I'm sure it has a second or third tier of potions that I can hold. Oh well. Chainmail there. Can't afford any of that stuff. So that's about it. Pretty good run, I guess. We had to kind of cheese the butcher out by getting stronger than he was, but we did win in the end, and that's what counts, I suppose. I might make this a huge, long series that stretches out over months and years, where I just kind of play this game off and on, which is what I tend to do with Diablo in general, between Diablo 1 and Diablo 2. If that's the case, I'll do other classes and stuff, so we'll maybe get to fight the Butcher on different terms in the future. But yeah, that's about all. Thank you so much, guys, for watching this. I will be back with more, and until next time, good luck and happy gaming.